Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to my channel. I also wanted to welcome everyone back and welcome anyone who's coming across this video randomly. It's really great to have you. So for today's video, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching you guys how to prepare for your bearded dragon to free roam. So, if you don't know what free roaming is, that basically just means letting your dragon roam around your house freely. On the floor, whether it's a bed, a car, outside even. How do you prepare for your dragon to free roam on the floor? A lot of people have the fear of losing their dragon, which really can happen if you don't do these certain precautions. But today I'm going to teach you how to do that. So, we are going to start with how to free roam inside. Start small, start on a bed, do little things. If they're really, really tiny, I would recommend only letting them free roam in a small room or on a small bed, a small little area. You could even get like a little playpen and create barriers like that. So let's start with how to get your adult dragon to free roam on the floor. First and foremost, you need to make sure you have an area for your dragon planned out for them to roam around in. No matter how big or small it may be, you want to be sure that you have this area, and so that you can also close off this area so that they have barriers. So first thing is clean out clutter if you have any. Number two is to make sure that you have no small little pieces of anything on the ground that will attract your dragon to eat it. Because not all dragons, but a good 9 out of 10 dragons will find things on the floor if they're hungry and try to eat it. If it resembles the color of their favorite food, if it's small and tiny enough to eat, they may very well try to eat it. The third step is to try to gauge when your dragon is going to poo. If you've been with your dragon long enough, you kind of know their schedule. Me, I kind of know my baby's schedule, or at least when they're about to poo. I know the signs. I try to wait until around middle day after they've gotten their morning poops out, and that way I don't have to really worry about them having a poo. The next one that kind of goes along with this is feeding. If your dragon is really, really hungry, or if you have not fed them yet, I would not recommend letting them run around, because that will entice them more to try to eat those small things on the ground. So the fourth step is to make the barriers that you need. If you have small spaces that your dragon might go into, or if you don't want them to go under something, create a barrier so that they can't do that. And then finally, for the people that only have one dragon, just let that dragon roam around. If you have 2 or more dragons like I do, you want to let them roam around at separate times. Set up 2 separate spaces, or wait for one dragon to come out and let the other dragon come, type of thing. Or set out a bunch of different spaces, just depending on how many you have. If you have or if you have various reptiles, various lizards, again, make sure that you set up separate places for them, because not all reptiles and lizards get along, and you do not want the tragedy of one lizard eating another, of them fighting to the death, of, just injury, anything possible that can happen. Without further ado as well, this week's lizard lover of the week is YAR95. This individual ended up liking all of my posts on my Instagram. They even commented and left really sweet things. I think they're following me on a few other of my social media accounts as well. So if you want to be a cool person of the week like this next week, be sure to be really active on all of my social media accounts. I have a Facebook, an Instagram, a Twitter, a Snapchat, and I have a Facebook group. So if you're still watching, be sure to like this video, share this video with all your lizard lover friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for next week's video. So with that being said, that is all I have for you guys, and from my family to yours, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Mwah!